My official prediction for this fight is Jean Silva by finish. I believe that this is going to be one of the best fights of the year. I went back and looked at Diego's UFC record so far, and I never noticed how questionable his record actually is. He lost his first 2 UFC fights and then went on a bit of a streak, but when you really look at those wins, he beat Dan Ige, and if you remember, he stepped in on 1 day's notice. And then after that Dan Ige win, he fought Brian Ortega. That win has aged extremely poorly. I truly believe that Brian Ortega has been out of his prime for quite a while, and then obviously his most recent fight, he lost to Volkanovski, which there's absolutely no shame in that, but I just think Jean Silva has the overall advantage in this fight. I believe he's the more well-rounded fighter. I think Diego Lopes, his main strength is just being aggressive and really coming out heavy in that first round. Whereas Jean Silva, he's extremely patient, he's calculated, and he carries extreme KO power. I think the biggest route to victory for Diego Lopes would have been taking this fight to the ground, but we just recently saw Jean Silva submit Bryce Mitchell, so I think he's proven that if it does go to the ground, he may not have the necessary advantage, but he can definitely hold his own in the grappling, and if it stays standing, I just think it's going to be trouble for Diego Lopes with his chin flying in the air. When you really watch a couple of fights from Diego Lopes, it becomes evidently clear that he thrives in the chaos. He likes to make his opponent get into that firefight with him. I don't think he's going to get into that chaotic firefight. I think he's going to wait for Diego to start swinging and then just try to counter him, because those shots really will be there. We saw it when he fought Volk, and if Volk had the KO power of someone like Jean Silva, Diego would have been out in those first 3 rounds.